Hi, this is Cheryl. This is a movement exploration that's focusing on increasing the range of motion in the shoulders, but doing that by way of focusing of the freedom of movement for the spine, for the sternum, and the ribs. So coming down onto our front, setting up in a kind of Sphinx position. And this is a sort of test move to simply let your spine lower between your arms, keeping your arms underneath you. And so just using that as a kind of test barometer for what might be changing through the lesson. So first variation, leaving one arm up, stretching the other arm out, and then exploring the same movement in this asymmetrical way. And so trying to retain this up and down trajectory rather than rolling to one side. Changing to the other side. Exploring this the same way, you'll notice your shoulder blade coming away from and toward your spine. And then coming back here to test what, if anything, changed about this movement. Aiming for smoother, smoother, bigger ranges of motion. But if you're finding, don't force it when you come into this place. Second variation is leaning on one arm, extending this, and then starting to lift, bend and lift your elbow by this movement of the shoulder blade back and down towards your spine, and eventually coming to lift your hand. But again, don't get fixated on the goal, focus on the process of this way your shoulder blade can move and lift your hand. Doing this on the other side. So that you might eventually start to lift your arm off, and then coming back to seeing what's happened about how it's possible to just freely lower your upper spine, your neck, through your shoulders. And then exploring from here, just moving your shoulder forward, but isolating it to just your shoulder. So if you notice your head and neck getting involved, do what you can to inhibit that movement and just move your shoulder. And then doing the other side, and then coming back to notice how that might have changed the movement. And so this is just a simple, small exploration to do, but, coming into sitting, noticing how this movement of the center of you can facilitate the glide and the smoother movement of your shoulders. Thanks for tuning in. Good listening to your body.